It is certainly more of a contest than last week. Goalless at the break and food for thought for both coaches, I would think. Spurs have huffed and puffed. Paulo Sergio's surely encouraged by this Hearts performance. They've hit the bar. The penalty, Kane won it, but not able to take it, if you'll excuse the pun. Gareth and Gordon are alongside me here, and it is better than last week from Hearts, certainly, Gordon.
Yeah, you kept telling to yourself, didn't you? You brought it up. Should have warned us, but we helped you out there. Yeah, it's far better. It's far better. It's an interesting game. I'm enjoying it. I've seen some faces I've not seen before. I think the battle down here with Carroll and Townsend versus McGowan and Templeton is excellent. 4 young players really having a go at it, and the Hearts players want to be better than the Tottenham ones, and vice versa. It's good, and you've seen a lot of things in Townsend that you think is quite interesting.
Yeah, there's something to admire on both sides, isn't there?
Definitely. Well, that's when you bring young players into it. It's given what would have been a dead game a bit of life, a bit of excitement for the supporters, and for us, new faces. How are they going to stand up to it? Particularly down this left side, it's been interesting watching Carroll, who looks a talent, but is clearly not a left winger because he wants to play everywhere else and just go and get the ball. But he's played some lovely passes, and he's always looking to be on the ball, which is encouraging to see. And
Carroll and Kane instrumental really in the penalty incident, which I guess is clear-cut, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, definitely. It was a lovely through-ball, good spot from Carroll, lovely weighted pass, and Kane reads the goalkeeper's run very well, draws the foul as a more experienced centre-forward would, and clear penalty. Yeah,
it's a good young brain knowing what to do. He knows he's not really got to get control of the ball, but as long as he makes it before the goalie, he's got to get a penalty. But I suppose Hearts would be disappointed that an ordinary straight ball through the defence and to give away a chance like that, because they've been well organised. Hearts, they've been well organised.
And you weren't, even before he took it, you were one of those coaches that wasn't keen on the one that won the penalty taking the penalty.
Sometimes it's a problem when you have this, you're the one that's brought down. And especially a young man. I thought somebody else would maybe take that responsibility. Maybe the older person going to take a penalty, it's 5-0. But I think he's done enough to get the penalty. And I think somebody else should have taken it on just to make sure he was okay, because that can affect you.
It won't surprise you to know, Matt, that I've studied penalty taking quite a bit. Right. So listen to what I say, not what I do. But I just thought he was very, very straight, and you could only really see him being able to put it the side that he did. And when he tried to fake the goalkeeper, and the keeper didn't move, he was a little bit lost. Yeah. So,
as Gareth says, when you walk up like that straight, your right foot, you can only get power that way. And you don't get much direction if you come in side foot. There's a lot of, you don't curl it away from the. If you come at an angle, you can curl it in that way, or that way and curl it round. If you come straight like, you can only do that, and the ball actually starts off at the goalkeeper before it starts going away. So I think that's what you would put in practice if you had to take a penalty now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess you'll learn from that. They could have clearly scored from that. The Hearts equally could have scored through Gordon Smith's shot that crashes back off the crossbar.
Good move, the right back did really well, didn't he, McGowan, in the build-up, and it was a great first touch from Smith to take him across Basson, and a cracking strike. He's very unlucky not that it didn't bounce in off the crossbar.
It was a good spot with the right back. He's done well. The longer the games went on, the better he's got. More used to Townsend, and he started to play his own game, coming forward with Templeton. And it's a great spot that to put the ball on like that. And the first touch was excellent, and then strength was involved. They held people off, and then technique. So that was 3 great things he did there, Gordon Smith. It was just a pity he didn't score, because that had been good for Hearts. They've done enough to get a goal.
There's a bit of space for them down that side, because Townsend is quite wide defensively from Basson, but going forward he's been very adventurous. You know, he's looked a threat.
As you say, Templeton could get inside him defensively.
This is Townsend now on the ball. He's a strong runner. I mean, he's a winger normally. Yeah. But he's slotted in well at fullback. He's a little bit wide defensively, but you see his positive play when he's
what you'd like to see is he ran at people all the time, and he got a few fouls and things like that, and broke down a couple of times. I'd like to see him putting a cross, and Andy picked it up, because Hearts are getting round him now. Put a cross in, because Hearts are holding a high line. If he puts that cross in, I think I watched Villarreal last night, and somebody putting 2 wonderful crosses for Rossi. I think if he does that, people will back off him, but if he puts a couple of get close, then he can go by them. But it's too repetitive at the moment. He needs to be able to vary his game a wee bit. He's got plenty going.
Goalless at the break, but it's entertaining, more so than perhaps we feared, given last week's hammering. And Paulo Sergio will be surely encouraged. His tuition starting to pay some dividends. We'll be back with more in just a couple of minutes.